Welcome back, everybody. There's another edition of New Guitar Day. It is March the 26th, 2021. Have to have the kitty come and inspect, and then we're going to magically make the kitty disappear, but we always have to start off the New Guitar Day with kitty, and then kitty disappearing. So here we go. Through the magic of magic, we're going to make her disappear. She has magically disappeared. So, we today have a new guitar. It's a used guitar. Comes all the way from Rancho Cucamonga. What a name, Rancho Cucamonga. Of course, that's in California. Ordered this on Tuesday, and it's now Friday, again March the 26th, 2021. And I'm doing an experiment in since I don't have the money to buy the most expensive guitars, I'm doing the opposite, which is I'm buying the least expensive guitars. So thus far, this is the least expensive guitar that I've ever purchased. I got this for $65, and behold, it is what's known as a Squier Mini Strat. And to tell you the truth, I don't have huge expectations. I mean, again, I paid $65 for it, so I'm not really sure what one can expect for $65. They go brand new for $180. I'm sure it's like all guitars. There can be good ones, there can be not so good ones. You never know. But I watched some YouTube videos, and people were pretty confident that it wasn't a toy guitar. Certainly not professional grade, I would think, by any stretch of the imagination. But according to the YouTube crowd, it's playable, and I guess it's a 22.75 scale. Yeah, I packed it really good, which is always appreciated. I have to add the Guitar Center has, I don't think I've ever gotten a guitar from them that wasn't packed really well. I mean, I've had guitars that were packed from the factory show up with damage. I don't think I've ever had a Guitar Center guitar show up with damage. Okay, right off I can say this guitar is filthy, which is too bad, because they say that they clean their guitars. But this one was definitely not clean. I mean, we're talking filthy. We're going to come in for a close-up here. But yeah, this is filthy, which is just not good. Whoever took the plastic off the pick guard just left a big hunk of plastic, so I definitely am going to protest that issue from the start. Fret ends feel nice. We're going to plug it in and see if it works. That plastic, I'm going to have to pull this knob off and get to the heart of that. But yeah, filthy, which is really too bad. So I'm going to assume with the filth, you can't really pick up on it. The guitar doesn't look to have any damage on first inspection. On neck pocket cracks that I can see. It's just really dirty. So you would hope that someone would take the time. We're going to zoom in here. I don't know what the camera's going to be able to pick up. I'm sure you can pick up just the the schmutz there by the pickup. The camera doesn't focus really well. But trust me, they did not clean and polish this guitar. So that is a strike on them. It's a 2016 model. And so that means I'm guessing this is a rosewood fingerboard. Yeah, these strings are absolutely filthy. So I guarantee that these are not new strings. So and you can feel just the scum on this guitar. So that's not good. So we're going to go plug it in, tune it up, and I'm going to send them a nice letter saying that the guitar was filthy. And I don't appreciate that at all. I mean filthy. It's filthy. And it's too bad. Because honestly, if someone would have taken 5 minutes and polished this guitar up, instead of listing it in good condition, unless there's something that I'm not seeing, this guitar could have been great condition. It could have been excellent condition. So yeah, it's really too bad. You know, the devil's in the details. And I'm really not sure why someone didn't just take 5 minutes to clean this guitar. So at least I have this video for backup proof. And again, I can feel that these strings are just absolutely corroded. So I'm going to change the tone of my letter. I'm not going to ask, did you change the strings? Clearly you did not. So that becomes painfully honest. So I don't expect much tone out of this baby with these filthy strings, but we're going to give it a shot. So we'll be back. Okay, so we're back. New guitar day. A couple hours later. New set of strings, oil the fretboard, set the intonation, adjust the action, and clean what was an absolutely filthy guitar. Yeah, I certainly don't want to turn this into a rant, but the Guitar Center in Rancho Cucamonga really just did themselves a huge disservice. I find it hard to believe this was hanging in their store. If it was, it's an embarrassment, and the fact that they actually sent it to me. When Guitar Center advertises that their used guitars are clean, polished, and restrung, and this guitar was filthy, I've never gotten a guitar in my entire life where the strings were in worse condition. My guess is they were the original strings. This is a 2016 guitar. So I'm guessing those strings were on there for 5 years. Just absolutely awful. No excuse. Should have never been sent out. But that being said, when you put a little work into this guitar, it's shockingly nice. Certainly as good as a Bullet, an Affinity, a Standard. I've had some Standards. You know, you can tell the difference. It's not a vintage modified, it's not a deluxe, it's not a classic vibe, certainly not a Fender. But that's not what it's supposed to be. What it is a beginner's guitar, but it's a real guitar. It's not a toy, which is surprising. It gets a little crowded down, you know, on the first and second fret when you're trying to do an E chord or something, because it has the nut width of an Affinity. So I guess that applies to all Affinities, not just this guitar. Other than that, it's extremely playable. The pickups are ceramic, but I like ceramic pickups, so that works fine. The controls all work fine. It's nice having a single tone control that actually controls the bridge pickup, which most Strats don't have. So again, amazing. I remember very clearly, I'm revealing my age, but back in 1965, maybe 1966, I was 8 years old and took some guitar lessons and was given a full-size Stratocaster, and it was just way too big, overpowering. Just this would have been miraculous. For a kid who wants to learn how to play guitar and then transition into a full-size guitar, this is absolutely a dream come true. And that's where the smaller nut that the Affinity has would really be handy for small hands. So I'm just, again, pleasantly surprised for the money. I'm not sure why they priced this guitar brand new the same as they do with the Bullets, the Mustang, the Strat, the Telecasters. It seems just because of its smaller size they should price it $20 less. But it probably doesn't cost any less to make this guitar than it does those guitars, so that's probably what their thinking is. My understanding is that this is a laminate body, which again, I wouldn't know, couldn't tell, makes no difference to me. The guitar is not too light. I think my Bullet Mustang's lighter than this guitar. I'll end up weighing them later, and maybe I'll come back and put that on the final part of the video. But anyways, so for the record book, March 26, 2021, Squier Mini. I don't know if this is Torino red or, yeah, they have so many shades of red. This is a really dark deep red. Looks nice with the white pickguard and the white pickups. What's nice about a 2016 is this has the rosewood fingerboard, and it's a nice rosewood fingerboard. And again, as I think I mentioned earlier, the fretwork on this guitar is exceptional. I mean, I'm guessing this guitar was bought for Junior 5 years ago, was played very little and just set aside. The edges of the frets, really nice. The fit and the finish, I mean, look at the neck pockets, tight, no cracks. Again, it's just surprisingly good, considering that it's just really, an inexpensive starter guitar. It's hard to believe what they do these days. So anyways, thanks for joining me again for a new guitar day. If you're interested in something fun, take to the cabin, a travel guitar, this certainly fits the bill. I mean, I can't say that they're all the same. Sometimes I get lucky and I get good guitars. I will say that stringing the top-loading bridge is an absolute pain in the butt. But thanks to someone on a forum who told me the key is to bend the string so that when you put it in, it naturally wants to go up and go through the saddle. But it's still a pain in the ass. But once you get it done, again, the new strings just really made this guitar come alive. So thank you very much. Well, I'd like to welcome you back. This is a month later. It is April the 24th. I've had this guitar now for exactly a month, and I've played it every day. And as you know from earlier in the video, I got this guitar. It was filthy. The strings sucked. It was a bad deal. It took a month to sort things out with the Guitar Center. I don't want to make this a commentary about that, so I won't. I simply want to say this. After having this guitar a month, I'm absolutely shocked by how much I enjoy playing it, by the quality of it. I mean, this is a cheap guitar by any standard, and yet cheap guitars today are incredible values. And this guitar plays really nice. It sounds nice. The only issue I had was the nut measurement, I think, is 40 millimeters, which is a little thinner than I'm used to, but it just makes you work at the guitar differently. So there you go. So I just wanted to put a period at the end of the sentence. Oftentimes in the beginning of an unboxing video, one is so excited about getting a guitar that there's a lot of gushing, and it's nice to come back a month later after it's been played multiple times. And I'm just really impressed. In fact, I'm so impressed that I just finished purchasing but have not yet received the Squier Mini Precision Bass, because it gets really good reviews too for an inexpensive guitar. Got it in the same color. There was only two choices, red and black, and I like the red better, so we'll be having an upcoming video on that, as well as I have another Squier Bullet Stratocaster from the Pack series on its way in Olympic white with the maple fingerboard, and we'll be doing a review and unboxing on that as well. So anyways, I give, if there's 5 stars in the lineup, I give this guitar 5 stars. If you had a child that wanted to start playing guitar, the key is with this guitar is to set it up, make sure everything is as it is. It doesn't hold tune as well as I'd like it to, but I'm not on stage, so I just stop and tune it every once in a while. These come with 9s. I put 10s on it. A lot of people swear by 11s for stability. The 10s feel good to me, and like I said, the tuning is just a minor consideration. Yeah, because this is a 2016 model, it's got the rosewood fretboard, which again, there's nothing wrong with Indian Laurel, but rosewood is just a bit darker and a bit richer, and I prefer it if I have a choice. So, yeah, who would have thought? I mean, probably not your main guitar, but for something to just pull out and play and keep your chops chopping, it's a fine guitar. So, there you go. The Squier Mini. They don't even call it a Strat, but I guess you can tell by the body style that it is in fact the classic Stratocaster in a miniature version.